Okay, we have successfully installed the MySQL server with the help of Docker image. Now we'll be converting our Spring Boot project, which we have already created, the student backend management system or student management backend system. Okay, so let me go to the our Git repository, and I'm just copying this Git URL so that I would download that project into our IntelliJ IDEA. So clicking on the get from VCS and just providing that URL over here and clicking on clone, as it is saying that the directory already exists, right? So what I'm doing, that I'm just changing the name, that is student management system backend 123, and I'm clicking on clone. So it will clone the project over here on my computer. Okay, let's wait for some time. Okay, so meanwhile it gets installed, right? We require to do some changes in our application.properties. Okay, so let's try to open the application.property, which is there inside the resources. So here it is, application.property, and here that the database name would be student. Okay, and localhost, this is going to work. The only thing which I require to change is the port number 1234, because our Docker image is running on the port number 1234. So that is what we have changed. Okay, so now let's go back to the this application dot property, and here I'm going to yeah, the username is perfect, the password is also perfect, right? Okay, so here I'm just going to add one attribute over here, that create database if not exist. Okay, is equal to true. So what this will do, if the student database is not there in the system, then it will create the student database. Okay, so almost our application is ready. Let me check the external library. Yeah, it has downloaded everything. Okay, and what I'll be doing, that I'm just going to run this application and will check whether it is running successful or not. Okay, so let's run the application, and here you can see that the application runs successfully, that everything is working fine. Okay, so what I'll be doing, I will go to the MySQL workbench and let's refresh over here. Okay, and here you can see that the student database has been created, student schema has been created with the tables which we have already created, like user, student, user underscore role table. Okay, so we have successfully run our application. Now it's time to create the image of the Spring Boot application and make the Docker image. Okay, so for that, what I'll be doing, that I will move back to the IDE. Okay, and inside the IDE I require to create one file called docker file. Okay, so let me do right click over here, selecting new and selecting file. Here I am writing docker file. Now before writing anything to the docker file, let's do something. So what we'll be doing, that let's stop the execution of this application and let's create the package of the Spring Boot application. So for that, what I'm going to do, I will go to the terminal, and here I'm going to execute the command so that this whole application would be bundled into the single file. Okay, that is known as the package file, right? And that everything would be there inside this target folder. So right now if you see, there is no package is there in this target folder. Okay, but once I will execute the command, after that this target folder would have that package file of this application, which I can run anywhere. Okay, so the command is the mvn package. Okay, right, I'm hitting enter and it will start preparing the package. Okay, it says that mvn is not recognized, so what I can do, that I can execute /mvnw. Okay, and package. It says that the Java underscore home is not set in our environment. So what I'll be doing, that I'm going to open the environment setting. Okay, let me open the environment setting. Yeah, environment variable, environment variable. Okay, and there clicking on edit environment variable, and let me check whether the Java underscore home is set or not. No, it is not set. So I'm going to select the new one, and let me type Java underscore home, and here I'm going to browse the path up to the home directory of the Java. So I'm clicking on the browse directory, and let me go to the PC C drive. Then there would be folder of program files, and inside that the Java would be there, and here it is JDK 19. Let me click on OK, OK, and OK, right? Now I have to restart this IDE, so let me restart the IDE. Okay, so the IDE is open, right? Okay, now moving to the project which we have already created. This is the project. Okay, and here I'm going to execute the command, that is /mvnw package. Okay, now it will create the package which we require. Okay, so here you can see that it has started creating the project, sorry, package. Okay, well done. So here you can see that the package has been created, and the name of the package is like this: the student management system -0.0.1 snapshot.jar, and this is the jar file, that Java archive file, which you can run from anywhere. Okay, so now if you will see, if you will refresh this target folder, right here you can see that student management system -0.0.1 snapshot.jar has been created. Okay, so what you can do, you can I would like to show you that how it is going to work. So what I'll be doing, that I'm opening the terminal. Okay, yeah, here it is. Okay, and here you can execute the command like java -jar followed by this jar file name. Okay, and what it will do, it will start running your application. Here you can see that application is getting started. Okay, so here you can see that the application has been successfully run, right? So same thing, what you can do, you can go to the command prompt also, and there also you can run this application. Let me show you how. So I'm moving to over here, and let me click on Explorer. Okay, and here just I'm opening the command prompt once again. Okay, this is the idea project, and I'm moving to the our project, that is student management system backend. Okay, right, let me move back to the root one. Let me check the directory. Yeah, our project name is student management system backend 123, so I'm moving into that. Okay, so let me clear that cd student management backend 123. Okay, and here I will be having a target folder. Yeah, here it is, and I'm executing a command, that is java -jar followed by student management system 0.0.1 snapshot.jar. Hitting enter, and it will start executing the Spring Boot application. So here you can see that it is saying that the port 8080 is already in use, because that we are already running that application. So I'm stopping it over here. Okay, I've stopped that application. Just press the Ctrl C, and moving back to this command prompt, and let's run the command once again. Okay, so here it will run our application successfully. Okay, so here you can see that the student management application is started successfully. Okay, so well done, that we have created the package. Now what we'll do, that now we will move back to this docker file. Okay, and inside this docker file we are going to write a code to create the image of this package application. Okay, so here you can see that I have just pasted the things that which require in the docker file. That here I have mentioned that the version of the JDK, and where my jar file is there. So jar file is there inside the target folder, so that would be copied to the folder of the docker, right? So docker would manage everything. and the file name I have kept the same. And once it is done, then what should happen, that it should execute the command like that which we have run from the command prompt, right? From here we have executed the command, that is java space char dash jar followed by the file name. Okay, so this is what the Docker file is going to have, and when you execute the command to create the Docker image, right, this particular file would be referred. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm just killing the terminals. Okay, that whatever terminals we have, I have just killed that, right, and I'm going to open the new terminal over here and going to execute the commands related to Docker. So the first command which I'm going to use over here is to build the image. Okay, so the command is that Docker, okay, build -t followed by the image name. Okay, so here let me give the image name, that is spring underscore boot. Okay, and that should include everything. Okay, so that's why I'm specifying dot. Okay, so let me hit enter, and here you can see that it has built. As there is an error, right? Okay, so here that mistake is that I must have to create the file name where f should be in a small letter. Okay, so docker file. Okay, and now let me try to execute this. Okay, so now here you can see it is working perfectly. Okay, so here you can see that the image has been created with the name, that is spring underscore boot. Okay, let's go to the Docker client software and let's go to the images and see that do we have any image. Yes, we have this image over here. Okay, so we have successfully created the uh, Docker image of the spring boot, right? Now the next thing is that let's see that how to run this particular image. Okay, so what I'll be doing, let me go to the command prompt and let me stop this application. I'm stopping this application. Let me close the terminal. Okay, I'm going to open the new terminal. I have this new terminal. Okay, and what I can do, I can start the this container based on the spring boot image which we have created over here. Okay, let's do that.